In this video, I'll be showing you how to set up React Native on your computer. So in this video, we'll be talking about how to set up React Native Expo, and in the next video, I will be showing you how to set up React Native CLI on your computer in 2025. The first thing you need to get started is Node.js and at least Node 14.0 according to the React Native documentation. So the first thing you need to do is head over to your browser and you download Node.js. If you're on Windows, just go to Node.js and you click on nodejs.org and you click on the downloads tab. And here you're going to see how to download it for your operating system. I selected Linux because I am using a Linux operating system. It is the same process for Windows, so you just need to select Windows if that's what you use, and you can click to download the standalone file, or you can download the MSI installer for Windows or the zip file and you install it. Now, if you're using a Linux machine like me, you already have Node.js installed, only you have an older version of Node.js. So you open your terminal. I'm just going to, alright, this is my terminal. And in here, let me make that bigger so that you guys can see it there more clearly. Okay, so you type in node-v. That's going to show you your Node.js version that you have. So if you're using a Linux machine, you're going to have it installed already, but it will be a lower version of Node. So what you need to do is you need to install npm. So you type sudo apt install npm and let that run. You're going to enter your password for your machine and you're going to let that run. I already have it installed, so that's just going to run through it really quickly. I'll cancel this. And once you have that installed, what you need to do is you need to install N. N is a package, it's an npm package that will enable you to be able to upgrade your Node version either to the latest version or to the latest stable version. So I'm going to show you how to do it on Google so that you should be able to do it later on. What you need to do is go to Google and type go to Google and type upgrade Node version, and I have this Chrome extension installed called grepper. If you check here, you're going to see grepper. That's what gives me this snippet that you're seeing here. So it like does the search for you based on suggestions that people have made. So you can install that if you want to get this. This is the command npm install -g, and for Linux users, you need to type in sudo before running this command. You say sudo npm install -g n, you hit enter, and that is going to install N, which is the library that helps you to upgrade your Node version. I already have it installed. Once you have N installed, you just need to run sudo n and the version you want to have. If you want the latest version of Node, just simply type in latest, or if you want the latest stable version LTS, which has long-term support, you type in sudo n stable. That's going to install the latest stable version of Node.js that is available. So that is what I did to get Node 22. So at the time of recording this tutorial, as you can see, it is Node 22.131, and that's going to run. I'm just going to let that run and we'll continue after. Once I finish installing, the next thing you need to do is you need to install a code editor. What we use in this series is VS Code, Visual Studio Code. So go back to your browser and search for, I'm just going to type in the URL. You can type in download Visual Studio Code and you click on the first link, which is code.visualstudio.com. and you're going to be able to download Visual Studio Code for your operating system. You can download for Windows, for Linux based operating systems, or you can download for Mac. If you're using Windows, just simply click on download Windows, and that's just going to begin your download. If you're using any other operating system or Mac, but I am using Visual Studio Code. The method I prefer to use is the terminal. So I'm going to come back to the terminal, and if you have Snap installed, so you type in Snap find Visual Studio Code, Snap find code, and that would search for the Snap packages to see if you have Visual Studio. And up here it is always the first package, so this is it. The name is code and the publisher is Visual Studio Code, and you can see here the note says classic, so you have to use the classic extension or property at the end of your command. So I'm going to go down here and we'll type, let me clear this, sudo snap install code, and you add in that classic at the end. You hit enter, and that is going to install Visual Studio Code for you. I already have it installed, so it's not going to do anything for me. However, if you decide to download it from here, you can simply click on download. I'm using an Ubuntu. I click on download, it's going to begin my download immediately, as you can see here. Now once you finish downloading it, just simply execute it. For a DEB file, you just simply run sudo dpkg-i. I'm going to leave the command for that in the description of the video. dpkg-i, and you type in, you give it this library, and that is this a path to this file, and that's going to download it for you. I'm going to leave the command for that in the video description. And once you have Visual Studio Code installed, I'm going to run my own Visual Studio Code now. When you open Visual Studio Code for the first time, you're not going to see all of this. You're just going to have a blank project. You're not going to have any recent activities. Instead, what they're going to tell you is to choose like themes and how you want to configure your Visual Studio Code, and then you'll be able to see this section, but you will not see the recent projects. Let me walk you through Visual Studio Code. So on the right side of this side panel, this is where you have your different tabs based on the section that you are currently viewing. And the right side, this part here, is the edit, where you are going to be doing most of your coding 95% of the time. And here you'll be able to see the files that you have access to. Now if you click on this first one, this is called the Explorer. It's going to show you the files. If you click on search here, you'll be able to search through search text based on the files that you have or based on the content of the file. This is a custom extension that I installed for. No, I think this one comes with the Visual Studio Code, as well as this debugger, so you can also debug. The next one is the dev containers, and down here you have the extension where you can install custom extensions such as the ones I have down here. So here, these are some of the extensions that I have installed. Material icons for the custom icons that you see on my tutorials. I have tags for auto closing tags, so when you type in an opening tag, it's going to automatically try to edit the closing tag for that particular section. Is very handy. Better comments allows me to comment my code, like to dos or to cancel comments, and all of these other extensions. You can install extensions based on your project. In the next video we begin, I'm going to show you how some of the important extensions that you need to have while developing in React or React Native. Alright, so that is everything you need to set up your application to have it running. So once you're at this level, simply open a terminal by clicking the terminal here, and you click on new terminal, or the shortcut for that is Ctrl Shift and Tilt. Tilt is the button below escape on your keyboard, that is before 1. Yeah, you have that button there, so you can click on it. That's going to open a new terminal window. So this is the path where I am on right now. Let me zoom in and make it bigger. So the first thing you need to do is to create a new React project with Expo. Remember, this video we're setting up Expo for Expo development. Alright, you run the command npx create Expo app and you give it the name of the application. So I'm just going to call mine first Expo app, or with underscores. Notice in the create Expo app, I am putting underscore hyphens between create and Expo and between Expo and app. You need to type that part exactly as it is, and then now you give it the name of your app. This can be whatever project you're working on, and when you're done, you hit enter. That's going to create a new Expo application for you. So we're going to wait for that to finish, and then we'll continue after. Once the installation has completed, you have your React Native app that's already been created. So if I clear this, clear, and if I type ls, they're going to see the project has been generated. So if I do cd into that project, I can now run my new Expo application by running the command yarn start, and that is going to spin up the development server and run our application, as you can see here. Right, so that is how you set up Expo on your project. Expo. If you want to test this application, you can either install the Expo Go application, Expo Go mobile app on your phone, or follow the next tutorial where I show you how to set up Android Studio and an emulator on your computer so that you can test your application. So that is everything for this video. Please subscribe and we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.